RRR. Yeah, so this movie is called RRR. I wasn't able to find a version with English subtitles, so I just had to watch a dubbed one. So I think I was able to follow the story because it was mainly action anyway. But yes, I watched this movie. It was recommended by someone at work, and I've really, really, really enjoyed it. I do recommend you watch this movie. Some parts are a bit gory, so if you're squeamish, probably just a bit of a heads up. It does get quite squeamish. Lots of action. It's based on two revolutionaries in India, and I believe that this plot was created to bring them in the same to bring them in joint enterprise, kind of. But I think in real life they weren't actually. I'm not sure if they actually met in real life in this capacity. But the movie is about. There's going to be spoilers, by the way. The movie's pretty much about when the British Empire was in India, and about the oppression of Indian people, and two revolutionaries that were able to help free the country in different ways. On one part, you have somebody that was very openly a rebel and wanted to free his people in the movie. So he was a revolutionary, and everybody knew that. It was very open, and his name was Beam. So Beam was the open revolutionary, and Ram was the one that was that had some character development during the movie. So at the beginning of the movie, the scene is set in a courtyard with the British governor and everything else, and apparently there's a young girl was trigger warning. A young girl was abducted from the Gond tribe and taken away forcefully. A very, very sad scene. And I believe it's the revenge of the Gond tribe in rescuing the girl and restoring their honor. So Beam is from the Gonds, and he goes to, like, his life objective is to now go and rescue the young girl. There's going to be spoilers in this, by the way. So Beam and Ram end up meeting up without knowing what each of their like ambition is in regards to Beam wants to catch Ram, basically. Ram wants to catch Beam in order to become a special constable, and Beam just wants to rescue the girl and get revenge. So it's really clever the way the script is written. It's very clever the way they've worked out how they end up being together, but not fully knowing what each person's plans are. And they make a friendship. Hello, SK Gupta. And so they make you believe that they have a friendship. They have different adventures. However, there is a plot twist. There is a plot twist. Get out of where? SK Gupta, get out of where? You're in my life, so maybe you need to get out. That would make more sense. Thank you. Yeah, so they befriend each other. They don't fully know each other's plans, and there's a lot of plot twists in regards to how they interact with each other, and in regards to how they go about realizing what their objectives are. The fight scenes are really really good. Like the fight scenes are, it kind of yeah, are very. It kind of reminds me of dance scenes, the battle scenes, but they're really good. Also, as well, the dance scenes are wonderful, especially the dance scene at the party. So Jenny invited Bean to a party. I believe he's a bit besotted with her, and they attend the party, and different things happen there, and they end up dancing. The choreography is so good. Honestly, it's just so beautiful. It's really really good. So yeah, the dance scenes are just wonderful. The songs as well. Songs are beautiful. Especially Maddie's song. Yeah, especially Manny's song at the beginning, which becomes a signature song throughout the movie. But yeah, so lots of plot twists, and you get to. I think where it reflects reality is that you get to see how trauma can actually mess people up. Um, no, but you get to see how trauma can really plan people's lives, plan people's steps. Sometimes you can't judge people's motives. You know, you can't judge a book by the cover. Also, as well, I must say that sometimes we can judge people according to what we expect people to do. And so it's also important as well to maybe remember to keep an open mind when we meet people, not necessarily compare our plans to other people's, because we may have similar plan. So what ended up happening is that you realize that they had the same plan, they had the same ambitions, but just took different pathways. So that's what happened in the end. That's what all the twists were. Yeah, the dancing was great. The acting was really good. Some of the battle scenes were hard to believe, but obviously it's a movie, so there's this suspension of belief. But yeah, it was a really, really good movie. Thank you to the lady that recommended it to me. I really enjoyed it, and I think what it does as well is that when it comes to those types of situations, revolutionaries is actually, there's more than one way to be a freedom fighter. There's different paths to that point, and there's also different paths once you're in that mode. So I really enjoyed looking at that. It's kind of like when the difference between Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, and although they had the same objectives, it was carried out very, very differently. So it reminds me of that in RRR. They both had the same, objectives. They both wanted to achieve the same things, but just taking different routes. This was illustrated early in the movie when a young boy is in danger in the water, and there's fire, and Ram as well as Beam, they decide to work together to rescue the small child. And that's the first time that they realize that, you know we don't have to work in competition with one another, we can work as a team. And they actually rescue the boy from the water. But that's when the so-called friendship started. What else? What else? What else? Yeah, also as well, I believe it also displayed what power is, what strength is, how does a revolution actually start. So there were many parts in the movie where you would think that they were losing, but actually the situation would help to galvanize the local population, which would then mobilize, which would then inspire them to mobilize. So it just goes to show that sometimes you think you're at your lowest point, but you may actually be inspiring something else to do something even greater than what you've done. So that was really good. That was really, really good. There was a scene when they broke into the palace with like a truckload of wild animals. That was really funny. It was a bit disgusting as well. It was a bit gory. So keep an eye out on the scene where they arrive with wild animals to savage everybody. If you're squeamish, don't watch that part. Yeah, so it was a really, really good movie. I really enjoyed it. Although I wasn't able to get the English subtitles, I still was pretty much able to follow what was happening. But yeah, it was really good. It was really, really good. Really, really good. I'm just trying to see if it won any awards. I think it did. I think it did win an award. But yeah, so if anybody's got time to watch this movie called RRR, I would encourage you to. I would really encourage you to. You can watch it on Netflix and stuff. But yeah, it's a really, really good movie. Um, yeah, so. But also, as well, there was some love interest on both sides. So, there was love interest on both sides. So, and RRR stands for Rise, Rise, Raw, Revolt. And it's one of the highest grossing Indian movies of all time. Okay. And it actually won an Oscar as well. So RRR won an Oscar. Um, and even though, even yeah. So that's that. Yeah, great movie. I'll definitely recommend it to everybody to watch. Very interesting, and as I said, it follows the lives of two Indian revolutionaries, um, who in real life never met. So this is just a dramatic account of them being together. But I think that's the really good thing about freedom fighters, about revolutionaries, is that we get different types of personalities. So everybody isn't doing the same thing, everybody isn't trying to follow the same path. It's lots of different ways that we're doing things, so that's really exciting as well. So I hope you enjoyed my review. I would give this movie 4 stars. Definitely 4 stars. But it's really great the way that it's been shot and everything. And the acting's really good as well, because you see the emotions, you see character development, you see character change. So yeah, that's really good. Yeah. So thank you for joining my live. I'll be back tomorrow in how do you give a good presentation. I actually gave the presentation today and I got some feedback. I made some notes and we'll be able to discuss it tomorrow. 2 o'clock, I believe. Um, yeah, so I will see you all tomorrow at 2 o'clock for my live on how to do a great presentation. I hope you'll be able to join me, and thank you for joining my live, and please like the live whenever you can. Thank you. Bye.